received 3 attempts, and it's their top weight only that counts. Just like Olympic weightlifting, athletes are only categorised according to their body weights. The weights the lifters will be using are colour-coded. Heaviest is black, which are 50 kilos. Reds 25, blues 20, yellows 15, and the greens are 10, just like you'll see in most gyms all over the world. So this is backstage in the warm-up area. The lifters are putting the final preparations, ready to step foot onto the biggest platform of all, the Paralympic stage. The lineup today includes the bronze medalist from London, Egypt, Amal Mahmoud. She will be keen to make the podium again here in Rio. But I think the big question is, would anybody bet against China's Tan Yanyo, the silver medalist from London? But she is the world champion back in 2014 and the current world record holder. So it looks like China are here for one reason only. The medals, well, they could go anybody's way. The start list is so tight. 8 athletes going head to head. The lightest opening weight, 88 kilos. The heaviest, 130. Here are the loaders, or the spotters. They got a multitask today. And the start list. These are the athletes that we are going to see. The lightest lifter. Well, looking at the Brazilian, Santos, 63.64. The maximum weight that these lifters can weigh in at is 67 kilos. And here is your world record, held by Yujiao of China. Huge 138 kilos. That, well, could be under threat today. The referees, they are already in their seats. They are wearing blue. They all get a slightly different angle of the lift. So they're all going to see slightly different things. We'll try and explain the rules as we go. These are the jury. They have been kept busy in the competition with appeals coming in left, right and centre. In order for a lift to succeed, you must have a majority decision. Well, this sure is hotting up. We've got a great lineup ahead of us. I wouldn't like to make a call here. China probably favourite. But well, so close across the rest of the board. Well, the crowd are ready, and they need to be. It's their lifter that's going to be out first. The home girl from Brazil.
The bar is loaded, thank you, to 88 kilos for the first attempt. From Brazil, Terezinha Santos.
Barra montada com 88 quilos para a primeira tentativa de Terezinha Santos do Brasil.
Kuzdagi, Turkey, lifter to follow.
Prepara Ortiz.
So I believe we are ready for liftoff. The bar has been loaded to 88 kilos. Their clock is ticking. 2 minutes. Last words of advice from the coach as Brazil's Terezinha Santos makes her way up onto the stage. 44 years of age. Competed in the Paralympics way back in Sydney in 2000, 16 years ago. Now back to compete in her home country. Very experienced, has a personal best of 80, which was set back in 2010 at the World Championships. It was also set at the lighter body weight of 60 kilos. now moved up a category. Well, let's see what she's capable of here in Rio. Taking her time to get ready. Now we're ready, 88 kilos. Well, looks comfortable, doesn't it? What do the referees make of it? There we are, good lift, 2-1 in favour of the athlete. And the crowd are going crazy, and quite rightly so.
Motors, 98 kilos, please. 98 kilos, rack height, 13.
Well, we watch here, the bar must go down under control. Pause momentarily on the chest before being driven back to arm's length. The key thing to watch out for is the level of the bar. You should be able to rest a spirit level on it. The referees will be hot on that ruling. That's why we'll see some red lights from the referees.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 98 kilos. First attempt. Maria Antonieta. Ortiz, Chile.
Wow, the lifter from Chile is going to be next up onto the platform. Maria Antonieta Ortiz, 34 years of age. And looking at her sporting profile, what a profile it is. Wheelchair tennis is the sport she took part in London, the 2012 Paralympic Games. So from wheelchair tennis to powerlifting. Placed 9th in the doubles in London, 17th in the singles. Well, here she's already made it into the top 8. Only the top 8 in the world are selected to compete. Well, that's a pretty good opening attempt, 98 kilos on the board. And I was interested to see how she got on here, bearing in mind tennis is very much one-sided. Well, no trouble with the level of the bar, equally strong in both arms, powers it back up. Really good opening attempt. She's up into the lead with that lift. How long will she stay there for?
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 98 kilos for the first attempt from Turkey. Dilfiroz Kuzdagi.
Barra pronta com 98 quilos para a primeira tentativa de Kuzdagi da Turquia.
So next up from Turkey, Dilfiroz Kuzdagi. She is 34 years of age. Very little international experience. No results on the global platform to date. This is her Paralympic debut. So coming in here on a huge 98 kilos. Remember, these women sub 67 kilos in body weight. Well, the rings on the bar, the lifters can put their hands on them, inside them, but not outside. Just to limit how wide the hands can go. Well, it may be slow on the way up. The speed is irrelevant. It's whether or not the bar was deemed to be level, and in this case it wasn't. 2-1 decision against the lifter.
Loader, please load the bar to 100 kilos, please.
Touches and pauses nicely.
10.
Drives back to arm's length. Well, it's not far out, is it? Fractional movement of the bar, and you can see the frustration.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 100 kilos. First attempt. Republic of Korea. Kim Hyeonghui.
Barra pronta, 100 quilos para a primeira tentativa de Kim da Coreia.
Lifter to follow. Elyousri, Morocco.
Prepara Elyousri.
Well, that is a pretty awesome lifting suit from the Korean. Hyeonghui, Kim Hyeonghui, 42 years of age now. Has competed 2 World Championships previously, placing 7th in 2014. Has never competed at the Paralympics. Was 4th at the Asian Para Games. With a best of 94. So coming out here on 100 kilos, first attempt. This is big. Well, that's as wonky as it gets. There's no way that is going to be passed. She knew it as well. Bit of an error on her right arm. Needs to drive stronger to keep the bar in line. See here, just pretty much as soon as the bar comes off the chest, it starts to go lopsided. And there, now we start to get the tilt. Does well to finish the lift, but not to the standard the referees expect.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 107 kilos. First attempt from Morocco. Naima Elyousri.
From Morocco, Naima Elyousri makes her Paralympic debut. First time up onto a platform of this scale. 34 years of age. Best results to date are placing 5th at the World Championships in 2014. 97 kilos is the weight that was lifted there. Well, that was 2 years ago. Now coming out here on 107. My guess is that medals are going to be won or lost around these kind of weights. So every lift is going to be critical. Consistency is everything.
1 minute.
So some of the lifters are happy to take the bar off the racks on their own. Others prefer some assistance from the central spotter. The lift doesn't start until the athlete bends their arms. Well, that's not going to pass, I don't think. Wonky wonky as it comes up, tipping on the left side. Very respectful crowd applauding all of the attempts. These are pretty big weights we're seeing right now. These girls are able to outbench able-bodied lifters of the same weight. Just gives you an idea of how tremendously strong they are in the upper body.
Kazakhstan, Raushan Koishibayeva.
Barra pronta com 108 quilos para a primeira tentativa de Koishibayeva, do Cazaquistão.
Lifter to follow, Mahmoud.
Prepara Mahmoud.
Well, that's a cheeky look from Kazakhstan's Raushan Koishibayeva. Chalk on the hands, that's just to help the feet dig in by the looks of. 2 straps available to the athletes and coaches. These can be applied to the thighs, the shins, but they're not allowed to cross the hip and the knee joint. The lifters choose to use these to secure the legs to the bench. The rules dictate that the head, shoulders, hips and feet must remain in contact. So, at the age of 50, making her Paralympic debut, Raushan Koishibayeva of Kazakhstan. First attempt, 108. Well, that looks strong. Is it good enough for the referees? Yes, it is. She's got it. 2-1 in favour. Well, that's all that matters. Well, that looks super comfortable. There's a lot more there. Just looking back, her record 2 years ago at the World Championships, she only did 72 kilos. And here on 108. And it looks comfortable.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 108 kilos. First attempt from Egypt, Amal Mahmoud.
Barra pronta com 108 quilos para a primeira tentativa de Mahmoud do Egito.
So 2 lifters only now remaining in round 1 of the women's 67 powerlifting division. Onto the platform comes Amal Mahmoud of Egypt. 37 years of age. Silver medalist from Beijing in 2008. Bronze medalist from London 4 years ago. Can she get herself on the podium this time? She's come up in body weight. Personal best, 120 kilos. That was 6 years ago. Choosing to start her campaign on 108, and if successful, will go into the lead by virtue of lighter body weight over the lifter that we've just seen, Raushan Koishibayeva of Kazakhstan.
1 minute.
Well, not happy with something there. Lifter having a bit of a dig at the central spotter by the sounds of it. The communication not good enough. 13 seconds to start the lift. Well, that was comfortable. Are the referees happy is the question. Well, no, they're not. Well, it's a frustrated look from the Egyptian, Amal Mahmoud. He's asking the coach why, what was wrong. Such fine margins for error. Lowers, pauses, drives to arm's length.
Big red plate floaters.
Well, difficult to give the feedback without the replay. It looks at the level of the bar. I'm guessing there was something wrong in terms of how level the bar was on the way back up.
First attempt, People's Republic of China.
The lifter in picture is the last lifter now in round 1 of the women's 67 kilo powerlifting division. Tan Yujiao of China, 25 years of age. And if she can be successful with this lift, will be a new Paralympic record. Exceptionally strong athlete. Personal best of 138 kilos. That is the world record. Double body weight. Took silver in London 4 years ago. She wants to go one better. Current world champion. Current Asian Para Games champion. The only thing missing now, the Paralympic title. 130 kilos, first attempt. Look at that for a sign of strength, a sign of dominance. With 130 kilos in the first round, there's nobody even close. Huge lead now, 18 kilos over her nearest rival. Well, they've got their work cut out trying to catch her, and by the looks of that, Tan Yujiao could go a whole lot further. Well, that concludes the first round in the women's 67 kilo category here in Rio. The lifter in the lead, Tan Yujiao of China. Second place, Raushan Koishibayeva of Kazakhstan. And we have a lifter from Chile in bronze medal position, Maria Antonieta Ortiz.
Thank you. The bar is loaded at 93 kilos for the second attempt. From Brazil, Terezinha Santos.
Barra pronta com 93 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Terezinha Santos do Brasil.
Bar is being loaded now, 93 kilos. Rack height 12, 93 kilos. Rack height 12, please.
So Terezinha Santos of Brazil is ready to come up onto the platform. The loaders are not quite ready for her, some confusion over the right height for the racks. They've sorted that now. The bar is being loaded to 93 kilos. And this will be second attempt.
93 kilos, second attempt.
Terezinha Santos
Terezinha Santos.
began powerlifting at the age of 15. Has been lifting for 29 years. What a career. First saw powerlifting on TV. Felt keen to have a go. Well, she's had a go and she hasn't looked back. Big arch in the back, makes the chest nice and high. Well, that looks pretty impressive. And she lies there waiting for the referee's decision. She's got it. 2 lifts out of 2. The crowd go crazy. The noise here is phenomenal in Rio Centro Pavilion 2.
98 kilos now, rack height 11.
Good control on the way down. Pauses. A big drive back to arm's length. From Turkey, Dilfiroz Kuzdagi. Wow, very frustrated after her first attempt, is having the bar now loaded again to 98 kilos. She waits patiently.
Second attempt from Turkey, Dilfiroz Kuzdagi.
Dilfiroz Kuzdagi of Turkey, 34-year-old. She's got two children back home. They're going to be supporting mum. Left her husband back in 2013. He didn't want her to continue in the sport. She said, "I love weightlifting and would not give it up." I was going to training. My husband didn't like this. Causing constant fights. Well, she's decided to continue with the sport for the future of her children. We see the athletes on the stage. What we don't see are the support network behind them. These athletes don't get here on their own. There's a whole team that will assist. Well, she's quite adamant in terms of what she wants. Commanding the spotter to do his job. Here we go, second attempt, 98. Well, it's going up. Almost asked to re-rack the bar. I'm not sure that's going to be good enough. Just wasn't level enough. Well, she's not happy with the spotter, is she? Communication needs to be better in terms of what she requires. That's where sometimes the language can be a problem. Almost a look of disgust. Let's hope that can be rectified on her third and final attempt.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 100 kilos. Second attempt. Republic of Korea, Kim Hyeonghui.
Barra pronta com 100 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Kim da Coreia.
Kim Hyeonghui of Korea. Stepping foot now onto the platform for a second attempt. Missed 100 in her opening campaign. She's chosen to stay on the same weight again. She has a daughter back home who I'm sure will be behind mum. Had her left leg amputated following injuries sustained in a motorbike accident back in 1995. Well, I'm looking at the elbows, they seem to lock out at different times. And there's the indication that it's not going to be good enough. 2 out of 2 failures now with 100 kilos. Difficult to see from this angle. You watch the elbows.
Candidatos, por favor, montar a barra com 102 quilos. Suporte 13.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 102 kilos. Second attempt from Chile, Maria Antonieta Ortiz.
Barra pronta com 102 quilos para a segunda tentativa de
Maria Antonieta Ortiz of Chile, 34 years of age now. Former wheelchair tennis player, competed in London in that sport. She switched from wheelchair to powerlifting because she wanted to spend more time with her son. In her own words, I travelled a lot with wheelchair tennis and didn't enjoy being away from my son. I could be away for 1 month at a time. With powerlifting, I'm only away for 4 or 5 days per year. Our aim is to finish top 5 here in Rio, and that is quite possible, but she does need to succeed now with 102 kilos. Well, that looked pretty good until about 2/3 of the way up and then drifted across to the right. Wow, this really is a test of so much more than just physical strength. Technical precision at the bar has to be moved. It's far greater than I think any of us appreciated until watching this. I don't think any of my lifts in the gym would pass to this kind of standard. I challenge anybody back home to lift in the manner these competitors are. Lower under control, pause for a split second, and drive back to arm's length. Absolute evenly. Good luck.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 108 kilos. Second attempt from Morocco, Naima Elyousri.
barra pronta com 108 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Yujiao Tan.
Dilfiroz Kuzdagi, Egypt.
Prepara Mahmoud.
Amal Mahmoud of Egypt now, 37-year-old, failed with 108 kilos in the first round. This is now a second attempt. If successful, this will put her up into third position. Will equal the weights in second, but she's the heavier of the 2 lifters. Again, I don't think that's going to be good enough. Left side of the bar, tipped down. She knew it as well. That really is disappointing. It's going to limit how far she is able to progress in this competition. 2 failures now with 108. 1 attempt remaining.
bar is loaded, thank you, 108 kilos. Second attempt from Egypt, Amal Mahmoud.
Barra pronta com 101 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Mahmoud. Prepara Koishibayeva.
So Naima Elyousri of Morocco, 34-year-old now, out for her second attempt.
1 minute.
Well, I tell a lie, that's Amal Mahmoud from Egypt. Absolutely smashed it, 108. Well, that's enough to put her up into silver medal position. Will it be enough to stay there? Only time will tell. Lowers under control, touches the chest, drives up with speed. Well, made it look effortless.
The bar is loaded. Second attempt, 113 kilos from Kazakhstan, Raushan Koishibayeva.
Barra pronta com 113 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Koishibayeva, do Cazaquistão.
So clearly enjoying her moment on the Paralympic platform. Raushan Koishibayeva of Kazakhstan, 50 years of age. Personal best, well, absolutely blew that out of the water on her first attempt with 108 kilos. She's the oldest lifter in the women's 67 kilo category here in Rio. But age is clearly no barrier. So 113, an increase of 5 kilos. If successful, will be enough to go into silver medal position. Was there movement on the chest? Comes up nicely. What do the referees make of it? Well, they failed, and I think it's for a bit of bouncing on the chest. Must be under complete control.
Lowers 135 kilos weight. Rack height 9.
There we are, just slid down her chest. It's not going to be good enough. Remains in the bronze medal position for now.
The bar is loaded, 135 kilos, second attempt. People's Republic of China. Yujiao.
Barra pronta com 135 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Tan da China.
If successful, this would be a new Paralympic record.
So Tan Yujiao, the final lifter remaining in round 2 of the women's 67 kilo powerlifting division. Already successful, setting a new Paralympic record of 130. The bar has now gone to 135. Ambition, quite clearly, to win gold at the Paralympics in Rio. Trains only 3 or 4 times per week, and that just proves that more isn't always better more so the quality of what is done in those sessions. She has a difference in leg length. She was diagnosed with osteomyelitis in her right foot at the age of 7. So this 135 kilos now for a new Paralympic record. Well, super strong is Tan Yujiao of China. Waits anxiously, she's got it. 2 out of 2 lifts, another Paralympic record. What a superstar we have in the making here. Finished second 4 years ago. That's not going to happen this time round. There is nobody that can challenge the talent of Tan Yujiao. The question is, how much further can she go?
98 kilos, please. Rack height is 12.
Marineiros, por favor, montar a barra com 98 quilos. Suporte 12.
So the current standings after 2 rounds in the women's 67 kilo category with a convincing lead. Tan Yujiao of China, second place. Amal Mahmoud of Egypt, and third Raushan Koishibayeva of Kazakhstan. Is close for silver and bronze. Can anybody catch the talented Chinese athlete for gold? Round 3 in the women's 67 kilo category, live from Rio Centro Pavilion 2. Well, we have a Brazilian on stage, if you didn't guess by the noise of the crowd. Terezinha Santos, 44 years old. Competed at the Paralympics back in Sydney 2000. Now back to make the crowd go crazy here in Rio. Well, will it be 3 out of 3 lifts? No, unfortunately it won't. She'll have to be satisfied with a 93 that she got on a second attempt. Well, the crowd a little frustrated. It's not clear sometimes when you're watching what the problem was. Let's have a closer look. Oh, was that touch and go? Did it even pause on the chest? I wouldn't fancy pausing with that kind of weight. So, Terezinha Santos will be left back out of the medals. Now we have a lifter under some serious pressure. Dilfiroz Kuzdagi of Turkey. 2 children right about now are going to be screaming at the TVs. She took up powerlifting in 2012 after taking part in arm wrestling for 4 years. Her aim was to win a medal here. Well, that's not going to happen. She's missed 98 kilos twice. This to get a result. Well, it's gone up. The centre referee almost asked for the bar to be re-racked. It's not going to be today as she hit the sticking point. One side continued to rise quicker than the other. Game over, I'm afraid, for the Turkish contingent. Down very quickly, almost out of control. And the spotters on either side are doing a great job. Hands are ready. They're poised where they need to be to take the bar. We haven't had too much to do as of yet.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 100 kilos. Third attempt, Republic of Korea, Kim Hyeonghui.
Barra pronta com 100 quilos para a terceira tentativa de
Hyeonghui from Republic of Korea.
Ortiz,
Well,
Chile.
she's under pressure. Missed her first 2 attempts with 100 kilos. Has sensibly chosen to stay on the same weight. She needs this to remain in the competition and to get a result. Eyes closed. A mental focus. This is far more than just a case of absolute strength. The technical side, well, you've seen how many lifts have been failed. You've got to be absolutely spot on with the movement. And then you've got the mental strength, of course. Third attempt, 100 kilos. Well, it looked good again until the bar got halfway. She knew it. She nods as she walks off the platform. Well, no more that can be done. Gave it everything she could.
102 kilos now, 102, rack height 13.
At the end of the day, that's all you can do. I was asked the question once, how do you deal with nerves and the emotion of the event? Well, get out there, give it your best. That's all anybody can ask.
Bar is loaded, thank you, 102 kilos. Third attempt from Chile, Antonieta, Maria Antonieta Ortiz.
barra pronta com 102 quilos para a terceira tentativa de Ortiz no
The
Chile.
bar is loaded to 102 kilos, currently in 4th place. The lifter from Chile, Maria Antonieta Ortiz, 34-year-old. So successful with 98, missed 102 on a second attempt. This now would not be sufficient to go into the medals, but would increase her own best performance here in Rio. Well, was that level to you? I'll let you be the judge. I don't think the referees are going to look overly favourably. And they failed it, 2-1. Well, she's going to stay down in 4th place. There, the right side comes up fractionally quicker. So the lifter from Chile down in 4th place. Nice little wave. Antonieta Ortiz.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 109 kilos, 3rd attempt. From Morocco, Naima Elyousri.
Barra pronta com 109 quilos para a terceira tentativa.
So onto the platform now. Naima Elyousri of Morocco.
Lifter to follow.
Used to compete in para-athletics.
Para Mahmoud.
Well, if it's anything like my decision, I chose an indoor sport for a reason. Nice and warm, nice and dry. Naima Elyousri, last words of advice from her coach. So 109 kilos. Has missed 107, has missed 108, gone to 109, chasing the leaderboard. If successful, would put her into the bronze medal position. Well, the bar was wonky all the way through, stayed wonky. But no, it's not been given. Well, 3 failures. I'm sure she'll go away and watch the replays to try and work out what exactly went wrong.
Loaders, 110 kilos.
Well, that really is a shame.
Rack height, 10.
The chances of a medal have vanished.
Voltar a barra com 110 quilos.
We are now left with just 3 lifters in the competition.
Loaders, more weight please. 113 kilos now. 113 kilos. Rack height 10.
See, uneven all the way through the lift.
Por favor, voltar a barra com 113 quilos. Suporte 10.
The bar is loaded, 113 kilos. 3rd attempt from Kazakhstan. Raushan Koishibayeva.
Barra pronta com 113 quilos. Terceira
Ну
tentativa.
перезаказывай.
Koishibayeva, do Cazaquistão.
4 заказывай, иди.
Lifter to follow. Mahmoud, Egypt.
Prepara Mahmoud.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what is going on here. One coach shouting at the other. I think they were trying to increase the weight, but either out of time or out of opportunities. They only get 2 attempts to change the weight in the 3rd round. So the bar is loaded, 113 kilos for the Kazakhstan lifter, Raushan Koishibayeva. 50-year-old under pressure now, missed 113 on the 2nd attempt. Went up easily enough, but an infringement on the rules meant the lift was failed. Well, 1 minute remaining on the clock. And this lift, if successful, would push her up into 2nd place. Well, really, is there anything wrong with that? Looks up anxiously at the board. It's a good lift. 3 white lights. Some fantastic lifting from Raushan Koishibayeva of Kazakhstan. There really are no limits to what this young lady can achieve.
Banheiros, por favor, barra com 113 quilos. Suporte 10.
Comes back up, nice and level. That's what we've been waiting for.
The bar is loaded, 113 kilos.
Great
3rd
lifting.
attempt from Egypt. Amal Mahmoud.
Well, she can't do any more. Currently in second place. We'll have to sit and wait to see if it's good enough to stay there.
If successful, this moves this athlete into the silver medal position.
So we've now got the same weight on the bar from Amal Mahmoud of Egypt. She's just seen her second place snatched away. She's down in third. This lift so important. Well, it might be the same weight that we've just seen. This will put it into the lead by virtue of lighter body weight. Asking for that bit of extra support from the crowd, and that really does get the adrenaline going. And was that level? No, it wasn't. Referees not convinced. And that's cost her the silver medal. Will have to be satisfied now with the bronze. Only fractionally out, wasn't it? So strong.
Brasileiros, por favor, montar a barra com 138,5 quilos.
Amal Mahmoud from Egypt. There she is, your bronze medalist. Well, the gold medalist really was decided in the first round. With a huge opening attempt of 130, she put herself so far out in the lead that nobody could catch Tan Yujiao of China. She's the only athlete now remaining in the competition, having been successful with 130, 135, has now opted for 138.5. And that can mean only one thing, an attempt at her own world record. This was set last year, she's going to attempt to break it here. What a nice position to be in. Already the champion as you come onto the stage. This for the icing on the cake. Paralympic and world record attempt, 138.5. Oh, it's not going to go. Well, it's a shame. Centre referee had to ask for the bar to be re-racked. I thought the bar was still moving personally. Well, the coach has just said to her, do you want a fourth attempt? The results are done, the competition is closed. She is the champion. In powerlifting, you can be awarded a 4th attempt outside of the competition if there is a record at stake. I think we may see her have another go.
Loaders, 138.5 kilos, rack height 9, please.
Brasileiros, por favor, montar a barra com 138,5 quilos. Suporte 9.
The bar is loaded. 138.5 kilos. 4th attempt. Republic, People's Republic of China. Thai, Yujiao.
Barra pronta com 138,5 quilos para a quarta tentativa de Tan da China.
The patient wait continues.
O movimento, quebrará seu próprio
Following
recorde
themselves,
mundial
the lifters
na
are
categoria.
allowed 3 minutes.
Successful. A new Paralympic record.
She wants this record, not content to let it slip away, as we've just
3
seen.
minutes in which to make the lift, because these are successive attempts for the same athlete.
Tan Yujiao of China just waits patiently. She can go onto the platform anytime she likes, but she's doing it in her own time, and that's a sign of experience. She came here with the ambition of winning gold. She has done that. She is the 2016 Paralympic Games champion. This, a 4th attempt, the Paralympic record and for the world record. Now having a good look around, soaking up the atmosphere before she goes into her own mental preparation. Here we go, final attempt in the women's 67 kilo category. Tan Yujiao of China, world record attempt. Well, it goes up this time. Looks at the scoreboard, there it is! World and Paralympic record. 138.5 kilos, breaks her own record.
Gold medalist, Thai, Yujiao.
Well, that's what the crowd wanted to see. She's put on a show. Ran away with this competition from round 1. Nobody could get even close. Tremendous lifting. Wow, double body weight.
Your seats for the upcoming victory ceremony of the women's up to 67 kilo powerlifting. Thank you.
Senhoras e senhores, por favor, permaneçam em seus lugares para a cerimônia de premiação da categoria feminina de até 67 quilos. Obrigado.
There's a thumbs up and a smile. She is the champion. And here are the results of the women's 67 kilo category. In gold medal position, Tan Yujiao of People's Republic of China with a world record in the 4th round, but only 135 to count in the competition. Second place from Kazakhstan, Raushan Koishibayeva. And in bronze medal position from Egypt, Amal Mahmoud.
The organizing committee for the Paralympic Games thanks all volunteers for their efforts, dedication, and commitment.
A organização dos Jogos Olímpicos e Paralímpicos agradece a todos os voluntários pelo esforço, dedicação e comprometimento.
How much fun was this? World records, Paralympic records, medals. Come on back and see us. Spectators wishing to purchase tickets for future sessions should visit the ticket box office or go online on www.rio2016.com/tickets.
E para acompanhar competições eletrizantes como essa, ingressos para todos os outros eventos estão à venda em nossas bilheterias ou pelo site www.rio2016.com/ingressos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's up to 67 kilo powerlifting competition.
Senhoras e senhores, a cerimônia de premiação do halterofilismo da categoria feminina até 67 quilos.
welcome the medalists.
Por favor, deem as boas-vindas às medalhistas.
So the medalists in the victory ceremony of the women's 67 kilo category from Rio Centro Pavilion 2. Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. What a competition we've had. This was all about the lifter from China. Everybody else was just fighting for silver and bronze.
Paralympic Committee Powerlifting.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo presidente do Comitê Técnico Esportivo de Halterofilismo do IPC,
Mr. John Amos.
So the medals will be presented by John Amos from Great Britain,
acompanhado pelo presidente da Federação Internacional de Esportes para
assisted
Cadeirantes e Amputados,
Mr. Paul DePace.
by Mr. Paul DePace.
Bronze medalist representing Egypt,
medalha de bronze representando o Egito,
Amal Mahmoud.
So in bronze medal position, Amal Mahmoud of Egypt. Third in London, third again here in Rio. Just missed out on the silver medal.
Silver medalist representing Kazakhstan,
medalha de prata representando o Cazaquistão,
Raushan Koishibayeva.
Well, an exceptional lift on a final attempt to go into silver medal position. Raushan Koishibayeva of Kazakhstan, at the age of 50, she's got herself a silver medal.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing People's Republic of China,
medalha de ouro e campeã paralímpica representando a República Popular da China,
Tai Woo-Zhou.
Paralympic champion in the women's 67 kilo category, Tan Yujiao of China. Now she was second 4 years ago, and now she takes top honours. Records galore. Simply incredible lifting.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of People's Republic of China.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da República Popular da China.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, as medalhistas paralímpicas.
And smiles all round for your medalists. Victory ceremony. China 1, Kazakhstan 2, Egypt 3rd. Now time for the formalities, the photos, the interviews. This will go on for many hours. Well, we've been spoilt yet again. Now this concludes the women's 67 kilo category from Rio Centro Pavilion 2 at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Goodbye.
The organizing committee for the Paralympic Games would like to thank you for coming and hope you enjoyed the event.
O comitê organizador dos Jogos Paralímpicos gostaria de agradecer pela presença e esperamos que tenham se divertido.